still more about future adventures. Groovy. I'll say it again. Still more about future adventures. So what else is cute and sexy in the future? What else is groovy? Well, Inception is archaic. It sounds fun, looks fun, very fucking archaic. The film was archaic technology. What's cute and sexy right now, what is the cutting edge, is using parapsychology for defense. So having those working from very secure locations and accessing defense meetings all over the world via using remote viewing, and also accessing the thoughts of those who are involved in foreign military strategy. This is fucking cutting edge, this is groovy, really important stuff. And right now, because it is reasonably new, the world is very limited in their capacity to protect against it. So they're defenseless in that area in part. This is cutting edge, this is groovy, this is awesome. It's fun. So parapsychology has, and those who have special abilities, provides many game-changing advantages now. That's just now. I'm saying maybe in the future there'll be new ones. I'm saying right now there are plenty of special abilities, and their use for defense is game-changing because many things can be engaged with in ways which can't be countered. Having, I suppose, the best people who have the best special abilities working to maintain our dominance. Groovy, plenty of fun, cutting edge. So there is, what is there? There is remote viewing and remote thought access. I suppose a little bit of, astral travel at night in dreams, but less so, I suppose. Not as useful, I suppose, as being able to access there and then via the remote viewing or accessing of thoughts. Elite teams communicating by teleportation. So, what am I saying? Elite teams communicating by telepathy. Special abilities, being able to influence outcomes with your mind. What else? Being able to move objects. Change geography. So I suppose criminals trying to get away, and all of a sudden the end of the road becomes blocked by the use of someone's mind, or their car stops working, or I suppose they're locked in their car, or there are many applications of ensuring that, or their body becomes paralysed. They can't run. There was a scene in Matrix whereby Keanu Reeves, they said to him, what use is a phone if you're unable to speak? What use is a body if you can't run away with it, if you can't move? What use is a mind if you can't use it? You can't speak, you can't think, because your thoughts are, your brain's fried, and all knowledge from your brain is uploaded. Groovy. So many possibilities. I feel as though there is a dimension of opportunity threat. So on one end is opportunity, and on the other end is threat. And so it's two poles of the one dimension, and it's best to be positioned on the right side of the pole of the dimension. So I feel as though with this opportunity threat dimension, it all depends upon what side you're on, I suppose, whether you're someone who is dishing things out because it's an opportunity for dominance, or whether you're on the receiving end. Being on the receiving end sucks, but I suppose using special abilities for good is a worthwhile cause as a way of reinforcing our dominance in the hegemony struggles that are being fought now. I mean, eventually, I suppose, there will be a point of return whereby our dominance and dominance is permanent. That is, I suppose, because in a hegemony struggle, when someone gains power, it's because someone else is having that power taken from them. So I suppose in hegemony struggles, it's all about, I suppose, gaining power through taking it from others. And eventually, I suppose, those who gain will have so much and those who lose will have so little, that those structures will be irreversible, especially, I suppose, because in 2040 we will have in place operational the autonomous global surveillance and response system. I mean, by then it will be a redundant system because of those with special ability in remote viewing, remote thought access, precognition, all of those skills, I suppose, working to ensure that things are secure and there is adequate surveillance response to ensure that we maintain our dominance. I'm feeling as though government does love having redundancy, so I suppose it's a way, I suppose, of just checking, making sure that I suppose things are in place by having lots of redundancy. I'll say it again. Having lots of redundancy is a good thing because it helps to give us more confidence that what we're doing is correct. So that's a big thing, and I feel as though the use of those with special abilities will complement that of the global autonomous surveillance and response system. So I feel as though both will complement each other, and it's all about being on the right side of the opportunity threat dimension. You want to be a force for good, and if there has to be force or measure, if there has to be a force, you want to be the person who is dishing out and not being the person on the receiving end. What else is there? So what else is cute and sexy? Obviously there is a huge emphasis in ramping up investment in parapsychology and special abilities, and also even from the lessons learned, mistakes done by K. Rudd. I mean, so he was a visionary, a good man, a good leader, great ideas, but he was way too fucking trusting. His good leader, but he was more of the approach of, hey, let's put forward a good initiative and not monitor it close enough. So I'm saying, I feel as though there will be a massive ramping up of domestic intelligence worldwide from those learning from his mistakes, so that there is more, it's used for national security purposes, but also for the implementation of public policy to ensure that we learn from his mistakes, and that if there are any problems in the implementation, they are nipped in the bud. So I suppose having the domestic intelligence there in such a way as to ensure that the policies are implemented fully and without glitch, or with very minimal glitch, because whenever there's a problem, it is responded to immediately. Let's all learn from our lessons. Let's all learn from the mistakes of K. Rudd. A good man. I'm sad he's gone, but at least we can learn from his lessons. So he died so that we may live on. Life is good. Let's ramp things up. Make it so groovy.